Hey my greats, welcome back to another episode of Ashley Makes It. Today is going to be all about this purple brown behemoth of a dresser. I'm going to be giving it a well-deserved facelift. So if you want to see how I did it, just keep on watching. I plan to make this dresser far more modern. I'm going to get rid of this horrible paint job, turn that first drawer into a shelf, and take off those drawer fronts because they're just big and wompy and I just don't like them. As you can see, it has a lot of water stains from cups being sat on it and some paint scraped on it and oils everywhere. This was a handmade dresser, so like somebody's grandfather made the dresser and then they sold it. Inside the dresser there were drawer knobs and like I guess some kind of protection for your drawers, but I'm taking all that out because I won't be using them. Now I'm going to be stripping the paint off with the citrus strip. I'm just going to slather on a good generous amount and then just let it sit for a little bit. Alright, so this is what we're looking like. I think it's been like a couple hours. Everything's all bubbled up and stuff. See what it looks like up close. This side bubbled up a whole lot. Yeah. This side as well. Now it's time to scrape everything up. And get all that varnish and paint and everything off. Alright. Let's get to it. Alright, now that everything's bubbled up all nice, I'm just gonna scrape it all off. You guys have seen me do this before, so nothing different. We're just gonna scrape all of that paint off and show that beautiful wood that was underneath it. The paint was horrible, but the wood is really, really pretty. Okay, so I wiped it down with some mineral spirits. And look at the mess I made. Ugh. Now it's just time to get it a good sanding to buff out some of those scratches. Now I'm just priming with this huge roller. It was definitely overkill, but this is what I had at the moment. I decided to turn the top drawer into a shelf, and to do that I needed to cut some wood to make the shelf, so that's what I'm doing here. Now I'm just doing a quick dry fit of the shelf before I glue it down. And I'm just going to use some wood glue to do that. And then I'm going to follow up with some finishing nails. To give the shelf some more support, I'm just going to add a couple of pieces of wood to the bottom of it just to keep it from falling down or anything like that. This is going to give it a little bit more support. Once they were cut, I used wood glue to glue them down to either side of the bottom of the shelf, and then I finished them up with some finishing nails. So I decided to take the drawer fronts off and replace them with some drawer fronts of my own, and I'm cutting them here. Just doing a quick dry fit of the drawer fronts. This is what it's going to look like, flushed and secure. Now it's time to glue everything down, and I'm just using some wood glue. As you can see, my drawers are pretty plain, so I'm going to add some trim to it just to jazz it up a little bit. I primed my drawers with the cover stain primer, and then I moved on to painting it. Now I'm just painting everything. The paint I used is Glidden's Ultra Bright White paint in satin. It really worked out well. You can barely see it, but it's definitely different from the primer I put on before. So here I've used wood glue to add the trim to the drawers, and now I'm filling in those gaps with some wood filler. And sorry for the sideways picture, you guys. And now I'm sanding everything down with a 60 grit sandpaper. And then back at it with the ultra bright white paint. Okay, now I'm just adding these two pieces of wood on either side of the drawer just to clean up the edges on the inside. There are just a tiny bit of a gap on either side, and I want to make sure those can't be seen. So I'm adding these just to help that out. Okay, I'm using this piece of wood as a template to drill the holes inside of my drawers. This is a really good tip for you guys. It makes everything even and the same each time you drill your holes. This is the hardware I will be using to add the door to the dresser. I'm just painting, well, spray painting it rose gold. Now I'm just adding the new back to the dresser. I'm just going to use a staple gun to do so. These are called T-hinges, by the way. I'm just adding them to my new door so it can be added to the dresser. Shout out to my little brothers for helping me get this door on. It was a bit of a challenge, but we definitely made it happen. And we're done. This is what we look like. I love it so much. After about 3 weeks, I was able to sell this thing on Facebook Marketplace to a lovely young lady. She was super happy with it. This was so much fun to do. It is the literal definition of unique and different. I definitely want to continue to do more things like this in the future. If you like this video, then you'll love my other videos showing you how to make leather drawer pulls, the ones you see right here, and how you can make your own leather drawer inserts or any kind of fabric you want. I'll link them both above and down in the description below. If you like this video, give it a like, share with all your friends, and I will see you guys in the next one. And don't forget to subscribe and leave me a comment. It really helps. Thanks for watching, you guys. And remember to make each day a great day. Now go be great.